2 of our poster project where we're promoting events with posters. Today I'm going to go over our assignment for this class period and what we're going to be doing. So here I am at the daily learning where you can find helpful information and what you are to finish today. I will place the getting started video that I'm doing right now right in here in case you miss it. So our activity today is to complete the high school musical event poster. So I mentioned before that we are to create a example poster for Miss Keekley's high school musical event that's coming up at Highland Park soon. So today we're going to be doing that, okay? So in Canvas, if you go to the assignment high school musical event poster, which will be right here under Friday. It has all the information you need. So what is our objective today? So you have been asked to work as graphic designers by your client, Mrs. Keekley, to create a promotional poster for Highland Park Middle School's production of High School Musical using Google Draw. Okay, so what I have made is a Google Draw template that will help you along with this assignment, and it is also what you will be turning in. A screenshot, a PNG of your poster will do, okay? So if you click this link, it'll ask you to make a copy, and it will make a copy of this document right here, okay? So before I get into that, I'm just gonna go over a couple things. So Mrs. Keekley has let us know that in order for her poster to be successful, it needs to include certain amount of information. So the following information must be on the poster. So who, what, when, and then the price. Okay, so where is Highland Park? So Highland Park Presents, so that tells us who it is. What is the event? It's Disney's High School Musical Junior. Okay, when? Thursday, May 12th at 7 p.m., Friday, Saturday, and so on. The price, how much it costs to get in, that's important information as well. So for adults, $7. Ages 7 through 18 is $5. Children under 6 are free. Okay, so also this includes credits. These are the people who wrote the songs and how the music was arranged and produced. Okay, so these are based off the Disney movie, and this is owned by Disney. Okay, so as we work through this, you're going to demonstrate an understanding of our design rules, images, fonts, information, color, and layout. Okay, so I want you to pick one of the following layouts: quarters, thirds, or halves, and you'll see that in the template. I've already made some stuff that'll help you out with that. So first, let us go through a couple things that are important. So we're going to look at a couple examples together, and this is on the assignment if you need to look at it later for inspiration. What do we expect from a high school musical poster, right? And especially a junior event poster. There's a couple things. So you can go ahead and open up this slide. I'm going to make this one bigger. Give me a second. Okay, so here, if it'll load. All right, here's where you can find some examples. So first, we want our images and colors to capture the plot, mood, and feeling of the play. Okay, so the plot, High School Musical, is a story about two high school juniors from rival stereotypical cliques. The protagonists are Troy Bolton, a basketball team captain, and Gabrielle Montez, a shy transfer student. Okay, so together they try out for the lead parts in High School Musical, and this causes tension and division amongst all students. Okay, so a couple things to keep in mind. As this is a play licensed by Disney, people are going to expect to see the images, colors, logos, etc. that they're used to seeing when they think of High School Musical. Okay, so a couple things. You're going to want to include some images and colors that represent the play. Okay, so as the school pays for the usage rights to the play, it actually is owned by Disney, but schools can buy the usage to be able to perform it. It is okay to use certain elements to maintain consistency, so you know it is, High School Musical. We are giving credit to Disney, so you can use the Disney logo, you can use the High School Musical logo, and you can also use associated images like curtains and basketballs and lockers and things like that while we work on our project, okay? So avoid using images of the actors of the movie, okay? This is a play, it's a recreation, and these are the actors of the movie, and actually students are going to play these roles, so we want to avoid using this in order for people to not get confused, okay? So associated colors, I use this for Adobe, just to pick out the original poster, things like red, yellow, kind of a muted yellow, an orangish yellow, and burgundy and darker red, okay? So these colors will really convey the theme and the mood of it, okay? So a couple more examples before I let you get going. This one a little bit more graphic, right? We've got a curtain in the back, some stages that tells us that it's a play, right? This is really big and bold. They're using that logo from earlier, also the Disney logo, and it says Junior. And it also has some of those credits I was talking about earlier. What is standing out the most? What's the most important? Well, it's the play is about High School Musical, right? So we want people to know that that's what the event they should go to, okay? A couple other ones, this one a little bit more basic, really informing us, the basics, what we need to know, okay? There isn't too much flair to it, but we can see, okay, it's High School Musical. This is larger. When is it? That's important, okay? This one a little bit more graphic, okay? Not as much information. They put it down here at the bottom, maybe a little harder to see. That's for you to decide. This one, they're using an image in the background. We know it sets place in high school, right? Trinity Middle School's production of High School Musical. Okay, so go through these, think about what you find interesting or want to model yours after, and let's talk about the template just real quick. Okay, so as you make a copy of this document, there are certain things that I want you to be mindful of, okay? Over here is some assets. Disney logo here, you can take this, it's white, so you can't see it over here. You can use this big High School Musical logo. I've also put some color reference for you, okay? So first it says, here are the steps. Determine the layout you want to use. Remember, we talked about you could do halves, quarters, or thirds. So I want to show you a helpful tip. You can slide this ruler down, and that will create a grid for you. Okay, so I've already made one, so that kind of just popped up there. If you want to get rid of a grid, all you have to do is just drag and drop. Okay, so maybe you want to arrange yours in thirds. Okay, or maybe you want to do halves. You can get rid of that by dragging and drop it to the top. Okay, so over here is your information. This is what you can use. I want you to organize the text from most to least important. So here's your dates. Highland Park Presents. Okay, so go ahead and use the fonts and the sizes to change that to make your poster stand out. Here's the price as well. So use these assets, and here are those credits down here. Okay, so manipulate this font. Okay, maybe we want Highland Park Presents to be larger or smaller. Okay, and keep going up. Change the font, something that stands out. Right, so that is for you guys to figure out what is the most important information, what needs to stand out, what do people know, when it is, who's putting it on, how much it is. We talked about visual hierarchy, and this is a little bit about that as well, okay? All right, and there are also some other helpful tips. I'm running a little bit long on the video, so I will let you guys get after it and have some fun, okay?